But what I really want to talk about is a movie I saw in theaters. And let me preface, I was desperate. I was talking to Amy. We were like, we really just want to go to the movie theater. We haven't been in the movie theater in a long time. I really wanted to like start my like 2025 like movie ranking for the year, but like nothing good was coming out. So we were looking at the theater and I was like, all right, we could either go see One of Them Days, which is a new comedy with SZA and Keke Palmer, or we could go see Mufasa. And I'm sure you can tell where this is going. We went and saw Mufasa. Now, I will say my experience was a little thwarted because I made a rookie movie theater mistake that I'm so embarrassed by. And it's that I was in such a rush because we were like slightly late. I was in such a rush that and we were using a gift card, so I couldn't pre-buy tickets. And we were rushing, and I looked and I selected seats, but I was looking at the wrong orientation of the theater, if that makes sense. I like where this is going. So
I like where this is going.
I selected my seats and I said, awesome, this is it. And I took it, and it said like B7 and 8 or something like that. And I went up and I was like, oh, I know where they are. I don't need to look at the letters. And then I went to D78, which is like third to last row up. And we sat there and we were like, oh, this is cool. And then the movie starts. So the movie's been playing for like 10 minutes when these people come to the side with one of the employees. And he was like, hey, these aren't your seats. And I was like, bull, these absolutely are. I fought them. I was like, I'm going to show you my ticket. This is it. And he said, I was like, suck it. These are my seats. Also, why are you coming into the movie 10 minutes late, kicking me out of my seat? Like, it already started.
I feel like if the movie started, it's over.
No, you've lost your right to like
maybe
the
like
pre-reserved
10 minutes.
seat.
I've seen people come in like 10 minutes late.
But
that's
10
like
minutes,
after
but
that,
like after 10, it's like, all right, we're shuffling seats around.
15
by that
minutes
point.
late,
Like,
I'm legally allowed to take your seat.
No, literally. So he was like, yeah, you're in B, 7 and 8. And I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. So it's like front row us. It's like screen front row us. And I kid you not, it was such a weird experience because I was like, is this what it's like to sit in the front row? And I was like looking straight up, and I asked, I was like, is this okay? And she was like, yeah, it's like I'm on the Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom. Because we were so close to the screen. And I kid you not, I hate the front row because I gotta look up and it hurts my neck, and it smelled like weed down there. I was like, who is coming to Mufasa to light up in the front row? What is this place?
Did you not go to the theater that had the reclining seats?
No, we did. And but second to last row, like even if you're reclined, you're kind of like, you know, it did feel like I was on a Disney ride.
Close. Can we
right, just account for it and make it bigger.
Can we just get rid of those?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we were in the front row, it was fine. The movie itself, I'm not gonna go too deep into because I'm planning a YouTube video about it. But essentially,
you say that every time.
I do say that every time because I'm always working on stuff I never finish.
But work faster.
So essentially, the story of Mufasa is not that bad. It's really not terrible. I've seen a lot worse, and it was a lot better than I expected. But the second that they started singing, we audibly laughed at every song because it was, dare I say, some of the worst music to ever graze a Disney movie. And I'm not even just talking about what did you say about my brother? What did you say about my brother? Like, that was one of the better songs. I'm dead serious. The villain song in this movie is titled Bye Bye.
Bye.
And I need you to go listen to it because it is criminal. Not even like good Backstreet Boys. Bye Bye Bye. Like, it is criminal. And it was just kind of like, I kind of came to the conclusion that like Lin-Manuel really can cook when he's writing something he's passionate about. But when he's doing it for a check, he phones it in so hard. And I also guarantee you that Disney did not give him enough context for writing his songs. I imagine they just told him like the general outline of the story, because all of the songs felt very disconnected and just didn't really work in the movie at all. So anyway, if you feel like you want to go see Mufasa, it's fine. I'm working on a video that's like a little deeper about it, but also like this photorealistic style of animals is so bleak and so boring, and it's not it. It's really not it, and I really wish they just abandoned the style. But anyway, it also kind of flopped at the box office. In a sense, it definitely didn't do poor, but it definitely didn't do as well as they wanted it to. So anyway, that's my Mufasa spiel. Watch it on Disney Plus if you want a good laugh. The story's not terrible, but the music is garbo.
This is awful.
Are you listening to it?
I listened to the first line and I was like, this is disgusting.
No, right.
What am I listening to?
Like the worst
gross.
villain song. It is the worst villain song.
Dude, what happened to the aura that Be Prepared had? You know what I'm saying?
No, literally. Also, think about like I don't know. Wish was bad. The music in Wish was atrocious. It may have been better than.
Here's a question I want to ask
Mufasa.
you though. I just thought about this. How did you enjoy Mufasa as someone who's not a big fan of The Lion King, like the original?
Yeah. So I thought about that too, because when we were looking at movies, I was like, well, I don't love The Lion King. But the thing is, I don't love The Lion King like as a story. It's just not my favorite. I think it's a little overhyped. But I was interested to go into this one trying to see if it would change my mind, because they were going a lot deeper into the backstory and a lot more of the lore of Mufasa and Simba and like Scar, and so I went in with a very open mind actually, and I was like, I really wanted to see if it would change my opinion and my thoughts, and I think it did, because it made me realize The Lion King is not as bad as I thought it would be. Is not as bad as I thought it was, because I saw what it could have been, and at least it's better than that.
That's fair. I can't fault you for that.
That's not a great lesson that you want people to learn from your movie. But that's my biggest takeaway, is maybe I was a little too harsh on The Lion King.
Perhaps I judged you too harsh.
Yikes. Anyway, go listen to the soundtrack. There's one good song on it, and oh my gosh, I want to make sure I get the name right. It's like their one like romantic song. Because when it came on in the theater, what is it? I think it's Tell Me It's You. Tell Me It's You is actually kind of good.
Feel the love tonight.
Tell Me It's You is actually kind of good, because it actually is like in Lin-Manuel Miranda's style. And it was kind of like, it had like a really good like groove to it. And so like it came on in the theater and we were like, dude, why'd they low-key put like baby making music in this movie? Because it was like
we gotta do something to raise the birth rates.
It was kind of like, and this whole thing is like, tell me again, tell me how you'll always be mine, tell me again. And it was like, oh, the lions are kind of getting a little frisky. I don't know about that. But also, if you've seen the original Lion King, you're like, yeah, that's what they do. Guilty.